Now in this video, we will talking about the consecutive integer problems. First of all, we understand the integer are 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 plus minus 3 and so on. So if we have 2 over 3, it's not an integer. Or if we have square root of 3, this is not an integer. Okay? Or 1.6 decimal number, this is not an integer. So integer is 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 plus minus 3 and so on. What does that mean by consecutive integers? Consecutive integers mean the integers that go after another or go next of each other. For example, if I begin the number from 10, the integer from 10, then the consecutive are 11, then 12, then 13, then 14, and so on. Or if I begin the number from negative 5, then consecutive, which is the next one, go to the right side, is negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So if we notice that if we begin from any number, okay, let's consider that number is n, then the next one will be n plus 1. For example, go back to the 10. If n is 10, the next one is 10 plus 1 will give us 11. And then the next one is 12 because n is 10 plus 2. And then n plus 3 and so on. Consecutive even integer if n is even number. So let's begin the number from, for example, 10. Then the next one have to be 12. We will skip the 11 because 11 is not even. Then 14, then 16, then 18. So if n is 10, then the next one have to be 2 steps away from this. So n plus 2. And from 10 go to 14, it is 4 steps away. So n plus 4. Then n plus 6. So 10 plus 6, right? And then 10 plus 8 and so on. So the consecutive even integers, if n is even, will be n plus 2, n plus 4, n plus 6, n plus 8, and so on. Consecutive odd integers, if n is odd number. So let's begin the odd number like 7. Then the next odd number, the next odd integers will be 9, and then 11, and then 13, and then 15, and so on. So if we consider the first integer in the group is n, is 7, then 7 plus 9 will be, 7 plus 2 will be 9, or 7 plus 4 will be 11, and then 7 plus 6 will be 13. 7 plus 8 will be 15. So n plus 2, n plus 4, n plus 6, n plus 8. We notice that the consecutive even integers formula and the consecutive odd integers formula are the same. The difference is that what is the number that we begin. For the consecutive even integers, you begin from the even number. And for the consecutive odd integers, you begin from the odd number. And if there's no odd or even, just any random integer, the consecutive integers will begin from any numbers, odd or even, for the first number. In example number 4, we will apply the consecutive integer problems in number 4. The sum of 3 consecutive integers is 324. Find the integers. So they're asking us to find the integers. That means we have to find 3 of them. So I'm going to call first integer, second integer, and then the third integer. So let's consider the first integer is n, and for n is an even number. Okay, so we have to pay attention to the word that they say consecutive even integers. I will use the consecutive even integers for n is even, so right here. And the formula is this one I will use. The first one I consider is n, then the next one have to be plus 2 from n, and the next one have to be plus 4 from n. Now we're going to use the number 324 given in the problem. They say that the sum that means we add them together. It means the first integer add the second integer, and then add the third integer is equal to 324. Then the first integer is n, the second is n plus 2, and the third one is n plus 4. Then we combine n, so we have 1n, 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 so that will give us 3n. Plus 6 equal 324. We will minus 6 both sides. Then we will get 318 and divide both sides by 3. So the answer will be 106. Now we answer the question, if the first integer is 106, which is even number, the next one and have to be even also have to be 108, because 106 plus 2. And then 106 plus 4, the next one have to be 110. In order to check our work, we will add them up, and we can see that the answer will be 324 for the sum of the 3 consecutive even integers.